Jokoto. I'm coming from Waxen Advisors. Yeah.
So you spoke on the economy. How do you tie migration to economy?
Generally, people migrate, and as the first speaker said, if you will recall, people are born free, and we all migrate in one way or the other. Most people were not born in Accra, but you see people living in Accra. You move from one region to the other. They are all part of the migration. But in this lecture, the focus has been what is really making Ghanaians to move from Ghana as we see it today to other countries. In our history, Ghanaians have always migrated. We've been to the Nigerias in the past, Agege. And Ghana generally, we do migrate to the Europe and the Americas in large numbers almost every year. What we are talking about now is the exodus of skilled labor that we have seen a serious surge when we come to what is happening in the economy. So largely it has been attributed to the current economic hardship that is happening in the country. It is something we are all living on daily basis. If you used to buy kenke at 1 cedi, today you are buying the same kenke at what, 6 cedis or 7 cedis or 8 cedis. The fact is that your incomes have not increased to match this increase in prices level. So families are suffering, students are suffering, and the whole general public are suffering, except a few. What is the issue with the management of the economy, the mismanagement of the economy, or management or lack of management of the economy, I should say. This economy has not been managed well, as we have all seen. We are living it. The fact is that, but Dr. Bawumia said something. He said when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. It is true yesterday, it is true today. I'm still quoting Dr. Bawumia, and it will be true tomorrow. The fact is that the exchange rate, as we know, has moved from 4 cedi to $1 to almost 17 cedis as we speak today. What has gone wrong? The fact is that this government had overborrowed, and moving the debt level of Ghana's GDP, debt to GDP, from 57% to over 100%, that is 104 in 2022, has been a major aspect of what Ghanaians are going through today. The fact is that even if they borrowed and all this money were invested in a productive sector, the economy should be on its feet to be able to pay back this debt. And for first time in our history, we have defaulted in our debt payment. That is as a result of the borrowed money has not been used to build the economy such that to be in a position to pay off this debt. And apart from the fundamentals being weak and people are going through cost of living crisis, we have to also pay for the debt that the government has incurred. So government has to do a debt exchange worth over 200 billion Ghana cedis, where everybody who had invested your pension or your savings in government bond, you have to pay the price for it. So the hardship we are seeing today is just not one factor. It's multiples of factors that this economy has not been run well. And over time, we are all going through the hardship. And that has also informed the exodus of skilled labor in the country. What does everybody think? If the management of an economy is policy implemented against policy outcomes, the fact is that from 2017 that this government has been in power, we should be reaping the economic policies that they have implemented over time. We should be reaping the fruits of it. And the fruit that we are reaping now is the suffering, is the poverty, is the cost of living crisis. The president has admitted that this economy is in crisis. If an economy is in crisis, what is the meaning? It means the citizens are suffering. It means you cannot pay for rent. I've given you the statistics. No data support what the president is saying. COVID-19 was a global pandemic. Russia-Ukraine war was a geographical pandemic. In fact, as at 2022, when the Ghana's inflation went above 50%, okay, it was 54.1% in 2022. What was the median Africa? Africa was about 11%. That is the median level of inflation. But Ghana was 5 times that of what? The world. So what is the COVID-19 and the Russian-Ukraine war doing in other countries? And what is it doing in Ghana that our inflation has to go to that level? We have spoken about what growth. Ghana grew in 2022 at a 0.5%. What is the median growth in Africa? It was 3.6. And within the sub-Saharan, not sub-Saharan, within the West Africa, it was 5.6 to 6%. So what is COVID-19 doing to Ghana that it did not do in other countries? The fact is that our economic management was poor. We had overborrowed. It is because of COVID-19 that we were kicked out of the international capital market. It was not because of COVID-19. It is because we have overborrowed, and it is clear that we cannot pay back. And our inability to pay back, that is why we have to do the debt exchange. So why the COVID-19?
What's the way forward?